Aloha, how are you? Okay. Aloha. It takes me a moment to for greetings to sink in some things. Some moments it takes me like a little extra to like fully absorb the English, like when I'm communicated to. Um, because English is not my first language, so some moments it feels like there's like a loss in translation. Then I'm like, oh, that's so sweet that you said that. Aloha, thank you. Because I say aloha and I say ohana. It's very healing. We can look it up. Okay. There is a way, yeah. There's like the A symbolizes something to all of them. It's like a blessing greeting, yeah, it is. I was about to say that, but I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to disrespect. But I'm sure it's coming from you. It's okay because you're like a spiritual too. Aloha's like a really deep blessing. It's like a greetings to the soul. I'm so happy to see your soul. And I love your soul so deeply. May the blessings like expand. Like that's what it feels like when I hear it and feel like a real aloha. Like a real aloha. And you said that and that was really nice. So thank you. So Joy. Okay. So yeah. So with all of that, acknowledging is part of the first steps of opening that door because the door is already there open. It's very easy. It's just like shedding the scales of the experiences to embrace the beauty of the moment. But reminding yourself to find the beauty, find the positive in the experience so that you can focus on that as you're working through those experiences and you're allowing all the other things to shake off because you don't have to take them with you. There's an anime that reminds me of this with you, and that's that it picks up the energies, just different things of others as it walks along the way. It's like you're a cleanser. You're somebody who helps detox areas and purify and cleanse, and it's blessed. But when you're like, oh, it's like, oh, so much. When some moments on the video, if you didn't shower, you don't look the same as you do after you shower because you're like you rid that energy. But when I talked to you before that, I could see the energy of the others on you. And it was amazing to see that you actually put that energy, you had that energy on you in that interaction with that loved one who is across the way. And I was like, wow, look at you both energetically, like, whoa, whoa, that was really true. blessings.
divine timing, because yeah, that was very cool. I'm like really glad and like thankful that, you know, like those awesome moments are happening, and so I want more of those, you know, and I feel like those are gonna keep happening in my life. You know, Jesus says like to walk by faith and not by sight, like not by the physical eyes, but to lead with like faith into the unknown, which is like what I try to do. It's kind of difficult sometimes, but I think it's very important to lead by faith and to have faith that like there is a divine plan that we're all walking, and we're all, as long as we can set our minds on the things above, on heaven, on like what is true and good and loving and kind, as long as we stay vigilant on like having our focus there and connecting with God, like everything will work out, you know.
I want to point out something for you to.
That's a blessed moment.
When you said that, and I appreciate love that you said that, I want to tell you something that's shown in a vision, and it's the generosity and kindness that you've shown to others, and certain moments of disappointment, of feeling like you did that because you wanted to say yes and yes and yes, but someone took advantage, and it's not just one. And my eyes are having tears for you for that. This eye.
Yeah.
And it feels like the remorse and pain is the loss of the stability of something that mattered to you that is not there now. It's a different type of remorse for you than others might feel, but what you're working through is like, yes, a positive, yes, we give thanks, we are doing what we're meant to be doing, but be aware when you have to say, okay, what is happening right there and in that? I have a feeling, and so you have to feel into that feeling. What is that feeling about, and why must I be very careful about it? And comprehend, is there a trigger? Is there something that happened in the past that reminds you of, that being reminds you of? And be really careful to not dip into something that reminds you of a past experience or a past relationship, because we must learn from our past experiences. That's imminent. That's necessary.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that, like, yeah, I am learning better boundaries and trying to disengage from drama. And for me, like, I do find difficulty sometimes because, like, sometimes I have interactions with certain people or events that, like, they provide some sustenance spiritually, but then a lot of times there can be some, like, negative, some negativity that gets interplayed between it.
So what are you doing in those moments?
Sorry?
What do you do in those moments?
Well, I would say I'm mostly, like, unconscious of those moments.
Till when?
Although I'm becoming more conscious of when those moments happen. Like, my main goal right now is sort of to, like, really do, like, almost like a karmic body scan of heightened emotions, like, in meditation.
Beautiful.
And, like, bring it to therapy, and to bring it to someone that I trust, and work through those past experiences that still bring me pain. That way I can process through it and kind of like bring healing to those moments, and to
It sounds like this session.
Integrated and healed person.
So that's
traumatic experiences.
That sounds like Akashic healing sessions, which it stems from your earlier experiences and ones that have played out in other incarnations also. If you believe in incarnations, if not, then you could just see it as in the incarnation present. But it's a way to heal through the past traumas. Frequential healing also. So having someone who can actually look and see and identify what's happening with you and what happened, and then help you heal through that experience. That is really helpful. Beings try many types of things, but I feel that spiritually and holistically is a solution, because without chemicals, something that's very pure and plant-based, which is like your vessel, have like a cup of lavender tea, maybe some pine sap in it or something, or some pine sap on the pineal or on the crown and on the throat and on the heart and on the areas, on the feet, to really center into that. Because we don't always need to have something so extreme. I haven't even tried a lot of those things because I already see a lot naturally.
Yeah. 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 Mm.
So,
Yeah. I guess
especially since you're already on the level of meditation where you are able to see yourself floating, it feels like within the nirvana that there's a way to look at, like, imagine that there's multiple screens and you have to flip through them. Look at which ones are important for you to focus on and which ones you're not supposed to, which ones seem dimmer, which ones seem brighter, and kind of flip through that to prioritize, because it's as if it gets so filled for you. And you have to make it so it's easy for you to focus on the priorities.
right. Yeah, that's a great. Yeah. Something I'm going to do soon is to make a vision board for this year. I made it for last year, and that was actually like the conversation I had with my friend Megan. We sort of got into that topic of self-development, of making a vision board. So I think that's something that will give me more focus and clarity. I was going to do it in January, but then kind of lost traction.
Vision board. Look at your walls. Like, honestly, like, look at your walls. Are your walls not vision boards for you?
For sure.
Look at all that artwork. Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
The walls are packed.
I do want something more focused.
Yeah.
Specifically the year 2022.
Beautiful.
Because these are more like archetypal, I would say, and I want something like more grounded. Does that make sense? Like I want, which I have like ideas for, but I just want to solidify it a little bit more, maybe. So, yeah, does that make sense?
I comprehend what you're saying. I do enjoy the vision boards to tell others to make. I haven't actually made myself one in a bit, but I visualize the vision board, and I feel like that's sustainable enough for me because I remember what I'm ready to bring in. And I work at it too. It's nice to have a vision board, but it's really important to also etch away and get to that place of strength moving forward.
Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely can up, do more meditation, and I'm trying to take more steps to increasing my physical vessel in terms of like health and vitality. And
Good. Hi, Wolf Wolf.
I've sort of neglected my physical vessel in quite a few ways, and that's sort of been a combination of things. Like, one is like at the root is sort of like self-worth and boundaries, but also more than that is like maybe taking less, like not having enough money financially, and then there's been like some addictions
Do you want me?
and like more connection and just like better community.
Do you want me to help?
Space, more engaging work that pays more, or just to have like my needs met on all levels, like physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, sexually, environmentally, career-wise, community-wise, nationwide, worldwide. I want there to be like more harmony between all these different aspects of like my own self, and then also like my family around, like the community, and also like I want to have more connection with my family. It's kind of tough because it's like I'm away from my family a lot, so it's like sometimes I miss having connection with them, but I don't know. It's yeah. I mean, I think I told you like my dad was going through like some cancer, and so like that's been like really, really tough on me. Yeah. So I mean, I've just been going through a lot these past few years, and I've definitely made like a lot of really good progress, and I feel really good in a lot of areas, and I've definitely like stabilized spiritually and mentally to where I was, because I used to have like a lot of psychosis and like a lot of instability, and that's really like leveled out since finding like yoga, like true yoga, and like authentic spiritual communities, like churches and different spiritual communities. That's really leveled out.
Good.
And, like I have a lot more spiritual connection and like more agency and power. And, slowly discovering the truth and like myself.
I remember you reached out to me and you said that you were going to a Buddhist temple, a church, and some another spiritual practice, and each are different spiritual paths, but all of them have divine connections to divine source and to the soul of creator source. So that's really beautiful that each of them are calling you home to that oneness integration of who you are as a soul being. And also the fact that you're trying, it's beautiful that you're like, I comprehend that I have to change the way that I take care of myself and my diet and my health and the pornography. And I want you to comprehend that it's because you do need that intimacy. Your vessel craves to be touched and loved, and that's somebody that you can hold and love. And you can have each other, and you're ready to meet each other. So that's not strange that you're feeling that way. Maybe when you're desiring pornography, find something else to work through inside of a vision of I'm ready to attract my loved one, but it sounds like you're still working on the heart healing. So you have to be ready for your loved one to come through. If it's still like lava in some moments, it says that you have to get a core light to shine through the experiences and the traumas, to free yourself from that in that way. So bringing in light through the core and then shining that through when you start to feel weighted with the burdens of others, because you're like, hey, I love you, and you have to like free yourself through that hard experience, because a shower does a lot. But when it comes to your heart, it is affecting you, your environment, the food you're eating, the beings you're around, what's going on with them energetically. You're energetically sensitive. Do your paintings protect you in the room? Does your altars and the loved ones, the saints, the guardians you have on the wall, probably your room is a safe space. It seems like it is. But be aware, once you go out that door, there's other energies. So you always have to be able to prepare yourself spiritually, emotionally, and physically for the experiences. What if there's not clean or pure food? When you start to raise your door to value, those sorts of options will become more readily available to you. Because you already said to me just a moment ago that you're ready to change what you're doing with that aspect, you're going to see more healthy options and choices. Like I'm seeing walnuts, I'm seeing greens and oranges and yellows. It's going to expand your wellness, but you also have to do detachments. So clove, like drinking some clove tea, will help you get rid of the what is in there from when you ate the animals. Because I know that you ate differently also when you were with your parents. It said you ate differently when you were at your parents too. Like your diet fluctuates.
Yeah, it was tough to have strong boundaries, and there's a lot of it was tough.
So there's
I did the best that I could, and I was also working at the same time, so there were a lot of things going on.
So there's ways to purify your nourishments no matter what they are. They could be something from a fast food restaurant. If you get a crystal and you hold it above that, it'll begin to spin counterclockwise. And you can intentionally say, can you please clean and purify these nourishments that they're blessed for me? And then it'll stop. And you can say, is it completely clean? And we'll go back and forth like, yes. Well, you can also say, well, can you charge it with light and love and make it taste like a certain flavor? And it literally does change the flavor. I was shown that at a shop that I work at, and I was amazed to find it actually works. A numerologist that I know told me to say 995 over the nourishments. Said it's pretty good. When I sing, whoo, it even blesses it. Like everyone wants me to sing over their nourishments, even after being like we're wearing masks. They're like, "Can you sing over mine?" You know, they didn't even care about it. Hi, woof woof. Frequencies are important. If you have tuning forks, you could put that over your nourishments too. Hi. Sweet puppies. The name is Liberty. Hi, Liberty. That's a beautiful name. Oh, and you stand like a liberty.
Yeah, she's found out July.
Ooh.
Yeah, my friend Tanya found her outside the dance studio.
Aww. Aw, it changes. Changes. It's a positive changes because it's loved now and not ignored. That's pretty nice. Maybe it's loved before too, but it's thankful.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask like a pretty direct question. So like, it hasn't been as grounded as I want, but at the same time, it has provided opportunity for me to live here, and then also like I've been able to like work on the boundaries, so it's like not avoiding a situation.
Sorry for the shake. Okay.
Yeah, so like I am looking for other opportunities to move to different locations, but I've sort of like learned to deal and like just like function out of here, so it's like there's a bit of convenience that's like here. I'm just learning to deal with it. I'm able to function, but maybe it's not like the most optimal. So I sort of get stuck between like, am I supposed to work through these things to make it at the level?
Not now. Now is not about it's not about misery. It was never supposed to be about misery. But it's not about misery. If you do not feel comfortable, if you think about it more than twice, then you've already thought about it more than once. And that means that you should probably do something about that. If everything inside of you is saying that you're uncomfortable in that experience, it says that you need to get out of that experience. It's not that you're running away from it or that you need help psychologically. It's that experience is no longer necessary for you. And it's like the energy is pushing you out because now you have to go into another place. You need to get your own location. You have to have your own space. to do what you feel like doing, not your own space, but you have to have like a comfort zone. If it's a whole apartment, let it be an apartment. If it's a tiny home, let it be a tiny home, but get out of the roommate situation
Right.
because your sensitivity level is so peak. That's the same kitchen you share. You walk in the same footsteps.
Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah. So I've been actively looking for the past couple of days, and I've messaged a few friends and other places that, well, yeah, I mean, there's a couple places that would be like really optimal. Like one guy, he has like a really clean spot. He lives like close by, and then there's another guy that has like a pretty good place too. But I think ultimately, like, I think if I could just get my own spot and like really ground, that way I wouldn't have to deal. I wouldn't have to be sort of like in contract with, because anytime you have a relationship, whether it be like anything, like, and especially like a living situation, there's like sort of like obligations and like sort of like contracts that become in play. So yeah, I am looking for my own space, but it's been difficult because I haven't really had the money, like the means to do so. So I've sort of had to like, I've been trying to make it work out here if I could, until I had saved enough money.
What if you went home with your family for a little bit and saved up money and then moved somewhere else? Would that be too much for you?
I mean, that's actually a pretty good idea. That's something I could look at.
That'd be so healing for you because they love you. They appreciate you so much.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, I guess that is one option. And then, like, I was looking at getting, I was looking at getting this other job that would pay more, right? I don't know, it's sort of tricky because, like, I do find a lot of rootedness and a lot of community here in Jacksonville. I live in Jacksonville, Florida, and I do like Florida a lot. And there's a lot of, like, good spiritual community, a lot of good, like, connection that I have spiritually. There's, like, a yoga ashram. There's, like, a lot of healers and a lot of, like, healing environments. Like, the springs are here. And I like the energy of Florida a lot. But yeah, I mean, like, my current environment is like toxic. Like, various levels, but like, it's not the worst, right? But it's like, it's not optimal. Like, my plan sort of was to like, get this new job that I haven't applied for, but I found out about it through, at a Catholic church event, and it would pay pretty well. It's like fully remote.
Congratulations.
Or like, I don't know, it's tricky because like, at my current job, I really like the work to a degree, but I really like the people. It's sort of like a startup environment, and there's been a lot of good opportunity and really good connections, like both physically and then also like some good spiritual connections. Like, I've been able to really form like a lot of good relationships. Unfortunately, like, it doesn't pay super well, and then also my dad, like, when my dad got sick, like, it was hard to deal with everything. So like, I just was gonna ask for a raise, and then some new people came in that kind of disrupted the pattern of like my work, and so some bad things happened. So basically, like, I feel like I'm at the point where part of me wants to start fresh, but then another part of me wants to still have connection with this organization, just because, like, I feel like there is growth at it, and there is, like, good connection, and I've impacted, and I've been impacted too, in a lot of ways, but I've been able to make a lot of impact career, and then like living situation. Like I feel better now spiritually, but like last year I was really feeling like I need to make some like really drastic changes because I'm in a very bad situation energetically, like both at like the living situation and then also like work that like, you know, just not paying enough and then like I've had some bad interactions with like the manager, but like it's kind of leveled out. This like now, like it feels leveled out. So like I feel stable, right, which is good, but I know there's more that could progress. Whether you know, so like I'm still trying to figure out like where and what is optimal. I'm just taking it one step at a time, but like I'm trying not to get like stuck, I guess, in like yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know if I need to change like my attitudes and spirituality, like my frame, or if I need to make a bigger change in terms of like the environmentals.
It's all of it. It's the move.
Perhaps it's both.
It's the move. It's the move. Yeah, you have to relocate because energetically, the reason that you don't want to feel stuck is because you do feel stuck. And you have to get out of that feel stuck. Like you can keep yourself busy, but then you still return to that place and you feel stuck in that stillness of the place you don't want to be returning to because you'd rather have something different. And you realize everything inside of you is saying doing that. So it'll help you like awaken with blissful joy and inspiration, and then attracting the business, the company, it's flowing in. Why? Because when you change the energy of your experience into a positive, when you do something about it, then you are choosing the yes, I can, yes, I am. And then that attracts the energy for sustainable wellness and vitality in those ways. When we are like, yes, I can, yes, I am, we really get that drive and that ambition moving forward. We can't just fall and lay down and just stay down. There's too many relying on us as souls to be present, and you have purpose. And so you have to get into a place of comfortability, even if you're with your parents. It's okay. You were out on your own. You moved out, you did stuff, you got a job. You know, it's not like you didn't get out of the house at all. It's some moments we have to return home to be able to get a home of our own and build ourselves up. And you're not alone. Like I did that before, and then I was able to move out again, and I was thankful to move out again, because that's a lot to do, but it's healing also. It's really healing. And now I'm taking care of my mom. So when my mom's moved into our home, and so I'm pretty much providing for my children and my mom. That's a lot to do if you think about it. I didn't even like dream that one up. I was like, oh, this is gonna be exciting.
You said you didn't say that again?
I didn't even dream that one. I was not imagining. I wanted to take care of my father, but I didn't imagine that I'd have to take care of my mother. I thought my sibling would take care of my mother because they were like best friends. But then my father and my mother transformed, and so I had to. We had to heal our relationship, and some moments it takes like reuniting to heal that, and then to also heal us. Like we have to figure out what's up with us, and how to attract the mates that are actually beneficial to be present.
Right. Yeah.
In all those levels, not just in like bed and cooking or oh, they like me. It has to be like multiple. All of the little boxes needs to be checked. If you're thinking about, if you particularly are imagining to hook up with somebody, it has to be the one.
Yeah.
That you've been waiting for. Like, you realize like there's someone who's made some movements to be able to be ready to have a relationship. So when you do find each other, you're going to be loved on, and it's going to feel nice again. Like loved on, like, oh, they love you, like they're all up on you. And it's somebody who can envelop you with their energy, and that's what you need. You need that soul hug, physical hug, emotional hug, and passionate hug. So that'll be very, very helpful. But you do need to heal through the pornography, because I do see that pushing through those moments too. And so finding ways to be, I don't want to say like naughty. I don't, want to put titles on it, but just finding ways to be passionate and exciting with each other that helps you get to that point. Like take pictures of your loved, you could take pictures of each other and do that. Like that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Is this, so I guess I have a question on sort of like, when you were mentioning like the one, like, should I be, I'm still kind of confused, and I guess I have some clarity, but then at the same time, like, there's like multiple partners that I feel could be like the one.
Well, then you don't need just one.
Sorry?
Then don't choose just one right now until it feels like that moment to choose that one in that way.
Right.
You have to study each of them. Remember, we get to have a choice. We get to choose. And I can guarantee that choice is coming. So if you're already on that page and you already have that mini, then you already are on that experience where you have to make a choice. We have to make the choice and the decision. Who are we going to choose? That's what I was told. And like a bunch of suitors appeared, and I'm like, whoa, and they all wanted to marry me and have children with me. And I was like, what? You haven't even had tea with me yet. You're even here talking about having a baby with me.
Right, yeah.
Being from Africa is saying like, do you realize you have to choose so Ra can come through? And I'm like, I feel like I'm doing pretty well, like as my family and my loved ones who I have, that I don't have to make a big ordeal about choosing and who I choose all up online. Like, like I feel like that's a whole lot of privacy to share with everyone.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think like if you are able to be like independent, or like to have like the source love of like union of oneness with God, like a partner would have to really add to that, and like the one that if you were gonna have like a child with would have to like embody a lot. But yeah, I mean, I think it's like important only to choose like relationships that are
light,
like,
yeah,
really empowering, that like not by any like societal like condition, but like on a soul level of like what really matters,
truly, divinely deep. Yeah, the relationships that because I do have more than one soul that I communicate with. I have amazing loved ones who reach out to me of all types. Not all like not intimate kind of relationships, by the way. They're more so like loved ones. Like we're soul tribes, and they're on that level where they're aware of botany, like plant medicines, how to cure somebody. So like when we have tea and we talk. We discuss some of my patients, some of my clients, what their needs are and how I can help them heal, because they're trained and professional botanists also. So it's like nice to have those who actually have likenesses, to have conversations with, and others who know about how to like grow gardens and what's going on in Africa, where I'm looking to build a hospital at. It's all very important information that I love the souls that do actually participate in loving me enough to articulate with me important communications. And I feel like you have that too. And it's not always necessary to choose one, because I'm being celibate, you are ready to be intimate. Me, on the other hand, I don't.
Yeah.
I stopped looking at pornography many moons ago, and I stopped doing certain things that are not, like I'm a model, and I've modeled nude for artists before. And there are some photographs of me um, pretty naked, but my hair is covering my breasts and my vagina and my booty. So I'm kind of clothed, but with my own hair, like from my crown, and my legs. Like, I'm very modest in them. Yeah, it's very sacred. Like, I have a music video on YouTube, like that, at a sacred location, singing prayers. So it's really a lot to work through as a soul, but
There's no need to have shame around our bodies, right?
no, orgasms are healthy. Orgasms are really healthy.
Especially for women, I think.
Even for male, if you don't orgasm enough,
For men,
it causes lower back pain and testicle pain. It's different things in certain beings, but I know that if you don't orgasm enough, that it causes different sorts of things to happen. So it's important to ejaculate some moments. I know that there's like a thing to build it up, but it's not necessarily the best idea to do to yourself, because it's doing something to your urethra if you're like building it up and then letting it go back in. And it's like, you don't really want to recycle that. You just, once it's in there, you probably want to get it out,
Yeah. I mean, what I've sort of understood about that is that it's more like a spiritual, mental sort of like transmutation rather than the physical. The physical is like it's a very base level.
It's a spiritual, yeah. I was actually curious about that, because you're spiritual.
Sort of like being pure in thought, I guess, and like learning to have like purity in terms of like your own mind state, I guess, because you can sublimate, like, basically you can do it from like physical to the mental. Well, like, basically if you can transmute everything to the spiritual, I don't know. Well,
it's becoming light. So with orgasms, you actually, so this, I do that when I do orgasms. I make everything light. So like, I don't think of others in those ways. I try not to imagine others, even though I see, like, some moments I'll have like visions of certain, but I like try not to like focus on that. And I return to the center, to bringing light, to bringing the intentions of purity and pure intentions, because I believe that with the orgasms, it's a way to work with healing, and a way to bring about positive changes and transformations. And I love to be of purpose and of cause, and I do it as often as I'm supposed to. But some moments, like, it's a lot to do that. In certain moments, it just feels really good. And so putting light into those areas is really necessary also, so that it does reach that point of purity. And you say that you look at others. I was actually curious, because you're spiritually practicing spirituality so much. So I was wondering, are you praying for them also? Like, do you care? Do you see their souls and look at them as souls also?
I mean, I do, but then sometimes, like, I think my physicalness, like, overtakes a little bit. Like, I'm sort of like a mess in terms of some aspects of, like, sexuality. And, like, I guess, like, fragmented is, like, a better way of putting it, where, like, sometimes it's not unified, right? So sometimes, like, there could be aspects of, like, objectification for a woman, right? But then also, like, I do, of course, feel like the spiritual side, but it's got like there's a I don't know, like this is something that I need. I guess like there's processing through it that I need to process through. Because I'm trying to have, like, I'm trying to be balanced in terms of my sexuality and to not repress, but at the same time, like, I'm trying to get more intimacy and, like, sometimes, like, well, obviously, like, my environment isn't the greatest and I reach a lot of, like, roadblocks. And then there's also, like, just, like, these weird sort of societal conditionings that get in the way. So that for me, like, I've been having, like, a lot of blocks on, like, just multiple levels to get to, like, intimacy. And it's been, like, pretty challenging. And then, like, I'll turn to, like, pornography because it's, like, easy. And it offers something that's, like, ultimately, like, I'm trying to get away from it, but, like, sometimes it does offer some form of, like, sexual connection that's, like, you know, that offers something, even though, like I am trying to not engage as much as possible. Sometimes it is, like, difficult. But, yeah, I mean, like, I do try to pray for people, you know, and to care for people spiritually. Although sometimes, like, I'm not always doing that, and I see through, like, the lower primal level, if that makes sense. So, like, I know this sounds, like, selfish, but, like, I'm really just trying to, at this current moment, like, I'm just trying to be well and healthy, and to, like, not have to, like, well, I just want myself to be healthy and expressed, and for me to be accomplishing, like, my goals, I guess. While at the same time, like, learning to have a good balance of, like, love and service to others. I'm just trying to be balanced, ultimately. And I'm learning this, but yeah, I feel like, you know, I've kind of been in, like, survival mode and just meditating, you know, and just trying to connect spiritually and, like, just trying to get to, like, a place of groundedness. And so, like, it's sort of been hard to get to that point, and I'm just trying to, like, get what I can get and just, like, survive. And, you know, sometimes I make good decisions, sometimes I make poor decisions, but I am learning each and every day, and I am seeking to do good overall. And, you know, like, you know, ultimately, like, I do want, like, the highest, and I want the greatest, and I want, like, I want there to be, like, no love, you know. And so it is, like, a lesson. Like, I'm working through my things, and I'm trying to take care of myself, you know. That way I can, you know, just be better, and then ultimately, like, just naturally, I feel like I will connect with other people spiritually on a better level, and just have, like, more harmony, ultimately. And, like, sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. And, yeah, I don't know if I'm being, like, too hard on myself or I'm not hard enough. Sometimes, like, I don't know, like, sometimes it's hard to, like, really know, like, what I'm doing, if I need to, I mean, like, yeah, there's definitely areas where I need more discipline. I'm just, boundaries, you know.
Good job.
Yeah, sorry,
Working on
that's a lot.
boundaries. So.
Yeah, just sharing, like, yeah, I mean, like, I am doing, like, really well, and I'm, like, you know, I am accomplishing a lot, and I've done a lot.
Good job.
But it's been it's been quite a life. It's been a wild ride, and I do feel empowered, and I am learning, like, better principles and I'm being more self-realized and learning about God. So, like, I am, like, I'm happy. I'm, like, really grateful, and I'm happy about that. You know, so I'm just trying to be optimal and just trying to, like, be as optimistic as possible and be as positive as possible, and, like, just be you know, be of good service, of good cheer, you know, be you know, just spread what I know and positivity. There's like layers, a lot of layers that I have that, like, I mean, you know, there's just like a lot of layers, you know, so it's like, I don't know, I feel like a very complex onion, I guess. Like, and you know, it's, you know, it is what it is. Like, you know, like, I'm grateful for this life and who I've met and have contact with, you know, beautiful beings like yourself and with others and, like, my gurus and teachers. So I'm really grateful for my spiritual awareness and connection that I have, you know, with the masters and the teachers. I just gotta be, you know, gentle with myself, and just have good balance between my mind and my emotions and my environments. You know, just to be balanced and harmonious. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm blessed. I am blessed, and I do feel good. So, I guess this is just sort of like the ascension process of, like, upgrading to, like, a higher density. You know, it can be, like, really intense. You know, so it's like, you know, I've never experienced this before. Maybe I have before in the past life, but, like, for me, you know, I have to take it one moment and step at a time. And, yeah, you know, just connecting with each moment, with each breath, and to, you know, just to be with each moment, each and every moment, just to be with it, and to be okay with it, and to be the witness to, you know, be sort of like, you know, not attached in a certain way, and having, like, you know, spiritual connection with each moment. It's all perfect, I guess.
It's really beautifully said. It's so beautifully said. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you want me to do a sound healing for you really quickly? Is that okay? It's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I really feel that, and I see that you moving is beneficial, even with career. It's going to be a clean run. It'll be very high vibe, and you won't be at your parents' house for too long. You're going to move out. It won't take you long to build money once you start collecting it. Take moments to heal from that experience.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm definitely open to moving back, but like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll just take it one step at a time. I'll just feel it out. But like, I definitely am open to that. I think that is really healing. And it'd be good to see my dad. Yeah.
Yay. Peaceful healing.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus my brother's right there too, so it'd be awesome to really be with my family and brothers and really heal. Just to have love,
Yes.
everyone there.
Yes. Makes a huge difference. It feels so amazingly lovely inside.
Yeah.
Yay! And then you can make nourishments and fancy meals.
Right. Right, and then I could cook, because I've learned a lot at a lot of the restaurants and stuff like that.
Yes, they'll be so excited. Like, how often have you made dishes you're like, oh, my family would love this, and now you get to make it.
A lot of joy in it.
Yes, but you have to have
Probably,
groceries or garden.
yeah, but my mom, I'm not sure if I've seen any pictures, but my mom she has a garden, and
Oh,
she gardens a lot. But yeah, like, I'm hopefully gonna plant some banana trees soon. They have banana trees in pots that haven't grown, matured for like the past 3-4 years. And I keep telling them that like you have to plant it in the soil for the roots to really get that energy, so that it can really grow. But like, I don't know if they're just waiting or they thought that it could grow in the pot, because you can move it pretty easily, right? And like, they're sort of worried about it like freezing, right? So we can have freezes in the winter that will like hurt it. So like, if they move back in the garage where it gets covered.
Yeah, there's blankets you could put on them so that they don't freeze.
Yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, thanks so much for this. I mean, this is like really, really helpful, and like really grateful.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess we could talk. I could maybe reach out later if I need to.
Beautiful. We could do maybe a couple of cards. I'll pull some cards too for you.
What's up?
I said I'll pull some cards for you too, and then I'll send you the link to this video. Sorry to be yawning.
Yeah. It's a lot of things, a lot of energy.
Yeah, I need to eat now.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you too, dear loved one.
Yeah, feel free to upload, and share.
Thank you. I'm gonna share it on Facebook then. Okay.
Yeah. How's everything with you? And facilitating this for me, like, how was it for you, I guess, and like,
I could see that there's a lot of growth. So what I noticed, what I acknowledge is that there's been a lot of growth and choices already made, and you're in a reflective point of the experience. So I'm. It feels like you're doing things, and you need to stop telling yourself that you don't know, because you do.
Yeah, that could be. That's a good affirmation for me to just declare that I know,
Yeah.
and then for me to trust. You know.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, because I have access to divine consciousness at any point, any place. We all do. We all have access to divinity, and so like there has been an aspect of doubt, of just a doubt and like ignorance, I would say. So yeah, I feel much better.
Don't be so hard on yourself, too. You said you didn't know if you were too hard on yourself. You've been a little bit too hard on yourself. You gotta lighten up.
Yeah.
Cause you're doing, you're doing what you can with what you got.
I just see like a lot of serious things in the world, so it's like that's why I think.
But you're doing what you can.
Yeah.
Do with like that's comfortable as you are on your healing journey, because you do feel like you need to heal. Don't forget to start taking clove too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just got some juices for me to detox. It's like I forgot what's in it exactly. It's like orange juice, lemon, and grapefruit, I think. And then I got this like bottle of it's turmeric. I think it's turmeric, ginger, and oil of oregano. It's by GTS or GTs, which is like it's been helping me quite a bit.
Beautiful. That sounds delicious.
Yeah, those have been really powerful. And then I also got some ground ginger and Epsom salt for doing like a detox bath.
Ooh.
It's pretty much like going into a sauna, but it's like you can do it in your bath. And it's really, really healing. So like I do about 2 tablespoons of ground ginger, and then I put the Epsom salt, and then like essential oils, whatever, and then I'll go in there for like 20 minutes. My body heats up, and like I like start sweating, right? But like that kind of like has a very like purgative effect. It purges like toxins, and it just warms up the body. And I feel like it's like it adds like the element of fire.
Wow.
A lot of fire in the body, so it helps to like.
Sounds delicious.
Move things a lot. So I just got some ground ginger. I was having some trouble getting some. But yeah, maybe do that. Well, it might be a little bit too late. I might just do it in the morning, maybe.
Ground ginger. You should get fresh ginger and then slice it and eat it. The fresh ginger. The fresh ginger is super yummy too.
Oh, yeah, like I'll do that for making a tea. But like for the bath, like.
Oh yeah.
Best to get it into like a ground powder, and I need quite a bit of it, and I go through it a lot. So I just find it best to get like ground ginger for the bath, and then like of course like do like fresh ginger for like everything else. For like making tea, I actually did like a pretty good lemonade. I'm still trying to tweak the recipe, but I did like high quality water, about like a gallon's worth, and then I did like a cup of ginger, and then like half a cup of turmeric.
Ooh.
And then like I boiled that for like 10 minutes. It was like really strong. Almost like maybe a little bit too strong for like the average person, but it was really good. And then I added let's see, I think I did either fresh I think I did like I did do watermelon juice. I forgot what I did. I did like watermelon juice or maybe like fresh, like, or I did lemonade. No, I added the lemon. Yeah, I think it was water. No, I did pineapple juice. I did like added pineapple juice, sort of make it like a lemonade.
Yeah.
So this is sort of like something that I could drink like over ice instead of a cold.
Oh, that makes sense.
In addition to having like hot tea.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
A cold lemonade that's made of ginger, turmeric, pineapple juice, lemon, and honey. With a little bit of turmeric. So it's like a spicy, cold drink. Probably good for like the summer, you know?
Yeah.
Because like, you want to have some cooling in the summer, like whenever it's like hot outside. But sometimes like, and if you get sick in the summer, I think maybe your body would want something cooler. Maybe like a cool ginger drink instead of a hot ginger drink, or maybe hot. I don't know. I just like to have like both because I've noticed like I do oftentimes try to heal myself by playing with like different temperatures. Sometimes I'll need something hot. Sometimes I'll need something cool.
Yeah, there's differences for sure. There's differences. The warm one, our body absorbs easier. So they suggest you don't drink cold water. You drink warm or hot because our body absorbs it. But some moments when it's really hot, we need to drink the cold to cool us on the inside. And it also doesn't, it actually absorbs because there's dehydration. So it absorbs really fast too. Have you ever noticed that if it's like super hot, it's not the same as if it was cold and you drank cold? I think that it does actually vary based on the temperature in that sense.
Yeah.
I gotta make another video on Facebook and do a concert.
Yeah, I look forward to I could probably maybe catch a little bit of the music.
Thank you.
It is getting a little bit late here, so it's like around 2 o'clock right here.
The sweet dreams.
But yeah, maybe I'll maybe listen to it after I take care of a few things over here. And
it was really nice talking with you and beautiful to hear what you said. I'm excited to hear how you feel after you move.
Right, yeah, I'm sure it'll be a world of difference. And,
the relief.
Yeah, probably in about a month's time. And, yeah, because I have an orchestra concert in 2 weeks. So, and then, like, my birthday, I'll probably do, like, a birthday celebration, going away party, and then probably move after that, and then live at home, and then kind of just feel my way, like, save up money, pay off debt, and then look at, different spots, I guess. Yeah. There's some bittersweet energy, of course, too, but I don't see it being, I mean, like you were saying, like, I do see myself, like, just being there for a short while and then moving onwards. But, like, I would really like to stay for, like, at least quite a bit of time because I've been, like, homesick. It's been hard to be away from, like, my dad. And I feel, like, healed enough where, like, and grounded enough where, like, there's, like, synergy. Because sometimes, like, I would feel at home, sometimes there'd be, like, just not enough boundaries. And, you know, I feel good, I think.
Yeah, they're not gonna go in your room anymore. You've grown.
Yeah,
just make sure it's clean. Then they don't have an excuse to go in there. That's the parents' excuse. It was dirty. I had to go in to clean it. Something smelled. That's my reason to go in their rooms. I'm like, oh, I have to clean it now. You know.
Yeah. All right. Well, Faith, thank you. Aloha. Or namaste.
Hashem.
Thank you.
Thank you too. And aloha too. Thank you.
This, I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll chat with you soon. I guess later. Or just like, I look forward to seeing your videos and like connecting. I'll try to watch them like later, and
Oh,
I'll hopefully try to catch you a little bit tonight too as I'm winding down.
hey, no, thank you.
Hey,
Safe travels and good night. And
Good night.
tell your family I said hello. Sweet dreams too. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Okay. Hi, Teddy. How are you? It's nice to see you. Oh, you're right there. It's so nice to see you. I'm just getting ready to come on video. I'm amazing. It's actually getting pretty. I love when it gets windy and cloudy here too. I love it. Yes. I'm like, bring the ice and the rain and the snow. But I'm pretty happy. And that was a really detailed session. And it was really beautiful. And yay, I'm going to be coming on soon to do this. Sing. And I have keyboards, I got singing bowls, I got my guitar pedal. I'm going to get my guitar out here. And I'm going to do something frequency sounding beautiful. Prayerfully, it sounds awesome. It's not practiced yet. And it's going to be something exciting. How are you doing? How are you doing, Teddy? How are you feeling, darling? How's your heart? Those planes, you better stop. Better get out. Go. I don't like geocroppers flying around these areas. Alrighty. Aw. I'm glad that you're doing okay. That's healing. I have prayers for the heart and sending some healing, some hugs, sending some energy hugs to help through energetic hugs to help through the experience of missing LF to you and healing the heart. Prayers for healing the heart, that the heart can be able to feel loved by those who are able to help you feel loved, dear. And it's really sweet you sent a Valentine's card. Oh. Hi, loved one. Let me just end my YouTube video. Thank you so much for everyone who watched. I'm going to be on Facebook later this evening for a concert. I'll see you then. I love you. Bye-bye. Hi, Ja.